Hey guys, welcome back. A couple things I want to talk about. First thing is, early this morning I got a text message from John who asked me to give him a sneak peek of the progress I'm making on his project. So I said okay. So I sent him some pics, and he called me up and told me he liked what I was doing and to keep on going. So okay, so being that I showed him the progress I've made so far, I guess I could show you guys the progress I've made so far. Before we get into that, I had a personal message last week from one of my YouTube subscribers. American Logger is his username. Shane is his first name. He asked me if I could use some decals, some BNSF decals. I said, sure, why not? So he sent me a bunch of these decals. There's a bunch of them here, and he sent me 2 packs actually. And then he also said that he sent me some special decals that he had made up by Microscale. And it was for, I guess, a construction company he was going to have on his layout. So anyhow, he sent me those also. And the name of this construction company is Superior Construction. So, because he sent me these decals, I will build a small structure and give it that name, Superior Construction. The second thing I want to talk about before we get into John's project is, last night I was watching one of my subscribers' channels, and he was doing a how-to on handling track. He was pushing his rail joiners on with a pair of pliers. So I told him that when I was in California, my N-scale club, that we had a little tool that we used to use to push them on. And I told him about it, so he wants to know, how do I do it? Anyhow, it's hard for me to tell you. His name is, first of all, let me tell you his name. And I'm sorry if I butcher your name. His name is Ron Klaus, or Klaus. Anyhow, the trick was, it's not really a trick, it was, if we take a small pocket screwdriver and you take your Dremel tool and you just groove it down here like that. Now, this is for N-scale, and the groove that the cutoff wheel makes is wide enough to go over N-scale track. So for any of you HO guys that want to do this, you may have to widen it up. But anyhow, what you do is once the screwdriver is grooved out, you put it over the track and you just push your rail joiner on. It makes life a whole bunch easier. I don't want to do it now because this is the last pocket screwdriver I've got. I don't want to ruin it. Anyhow, with all that being said, I think now is the time for me to give you a little preview of what's going on with John's project. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the front of the main office building for John's fictitious railroad. As you can see, I've got the windows in there and done. Walk around the side, and these stanchions may just fall over because they're not secured, but you can see that I have them painted also. You can see all the windows here are done, and if you can see it, we got the up part of the bottom angle completed on the 2 front corners and the front. And you can also see that I started putting up the facade wall here, and we'll go around to the other side, and the windows are all in on this side. And again, I don't know if you guys can actually see this, but the up angle is done. And around to the back, I have not done anything yet, but I am working on it. Don't know exactly how I'm going to accomplish that, but anyhow, if you look inside, all those are my supports, and then along the bottom there'll be some 1/8 inch stripping around the bottom perimeter. Anyhow, for the windows, I took a piece of my for sale sign, as you can see, and I painted it primer gray, and then I used pinstriping and striped everything out, and those are floor to top are 8 foot, and the stripe across the bottom is a 2 foot. So each pane is 10 by 10. And the same thing I did for the doors. I mean, I think they look pretty good. So after I did all the pinstriping on it, I sprayed it with the gloss black. And there'll be a second row of windows up in this area, and then the final facade will go up here. Anyhow, that's all you're going to see for now, and I promise you this will be the last video on this project. That's all for now, folks. BNSF 6951 out.